Is my voice audible? How you people are doing today? Okay, fine. All right. So is my voice audible? Perfectly audible? All right. So let's get started. Wishing Seher, Sanobar, Mohammed, Kelvin, Rajiv, Raisa, and Fahad. Can you see the PPT on the board? Is it visible to you? Okay. So this is actually a case study. Okay. Okay. Can you see the third slide? Now, so this is a case study on interview. So an interview is what is an interview exactly? Okay. So it is a conversation between two people, that is the interviewer and the interviewee. Sometimes there can be more number of interviewers, that is a panel of interviewers. Okay. Where questions are asked by the interviewer, to obtain information from the interview, right? So they can, it could be a situational interview, it could be a job related interview, stress interview, and behavior interview. Now, let's do this case study, okay? The out of control interview, when situations run out of your hand. This is a kind of, this case study is actually, there was a girl with the name Maria, okay? She was a bright student, but the interview went out of her hands, okay? Yeah. Maria Fernandez is a bright, popular, and well-informed mechanical engineer who graduated with an engineering degree from State University in June 2006. Yeah, good evening, lecturer. During the spring preceding her graduation, she went out on many job interviews, most of which she thought were conducted courteously. So they were courteous to her, and were reasonably useful in giving both her and prospective employer a good impression of where each of them stood on matters of importance to both of them. Now, it was therefore with great anticipation that she looked for an interview with one firm in which she most wanted to work, Apex Environmental. So the interview she has given earlier, those were good for her, okay? Because the places where she might have given interviews, those were actually those were courteous to her, okay? But she actually wanted to join some company with the name Epic Environmental, where she thought she could have successful career while making the world better place. Is it clear? Okay. Are there any new attendees in class today? Fakhruddin, I guess this is your first class, right? No, Fakhruddin is a new attendee, I guess. I haven't seen him before. Right, Fakhruddin? He's not responding. Anyway. Okay. Now, is this much clear to everyone? So there was a lady, she was actually a mechanical engineer. Okay, Mohammed Nihal. Yeah, so welcome to the class, Mohammed Nihal and Fakhruddin. I would request you to be regular in class. I teach business communication and HR too. Okay. So today we are dealing with the case study on HR. Hi Lakshmi. Okay. And we are also going to cover certain other topics in today's class other than this. Okay. And if you are not able to follow anything, you can raise your hands or you can even post your queries in the chat box. And I would request you to be regular. Because if you're not regular, if attendance is not up to the mark, you won't get appropriate grade. Okay? Okay, thank you so much. So let's proceed ahead. Now, please take it to the second okay? So she thought that the interview would be good for her, but it was a disaster, okay? The interview, however, was a disaster. Maria walked into the room in which, wait. My voice is not clear. Are others able to hear me well, other than Rishi? Rishi, why don't you rejoin the class again? I guess there is some issue at your end. Okay, so Maria walked into a room in which 5 men began throwing questions at her. Okay, so 5 people were taking her interview. Fine? It's okay, it's okay. Wait. Is it fine now, my voice? Is it audible now? Is it fine now? Okay, fine. How about you, Rishi? Rishi, are you able to hear me well? Okay. Rishi, please rejoin the class again. I guess others are able to hear me well. The interview, however, was a disaster. Maria, walked into a room in which 5 people began throwing questions at her that she felt were aimed primarily at tripping her up rather than finding out what she could offer through her engineering skills. Tripping her means what? What is meant by tripping her? What is meant by tripping her? Yes. Anyone who would like to answer this question? Mess her up, yeah, to confuse her. Okay, rather than finding what she could offer through her engineering skills to make her feel bad, to point out at her flaws. Correct. The questions range from unnecessarily discourteous. Why would you take a job as a waitress in college if you are such an intelligent student person? Okay. So these were, useless questions. How can you, judge a person's engineering skills, mechanical skills by asking her this kind of questions, right? Yeah, good evening, Jay. Are you planning on settling down and starting a family anytime soon? What kind of question is this? Right? So these, actually, I guess they didn't wanted to take her maybe because, or they were checking her patience, because of that they were asking this question to her, these types of questions to her. Then after the interview, she met with the gentlemen individually, including the president, and the discussion focused almost exclusively on her technical expertise. She thought that these latter discussions went fairly well. However, given the apparent aimlessness and even mean-spiritedness of the panel interview, she was astonished when several days later she got a job offer from the firm. Yeah, correct, Lakshmi. Okay. But actually she thought that she won't be able to crack it, but she was able to, right? The offer forced her to consider several matters. Okay. Yeah. From her point of view, the job itself was perfect. She liked what she would be doing, the industry and the firm's location, and in fact the president has been courteous in subsequent discussions as had been the other members of the management team. She was left wondering whether the panel interview has been intentionally tense to see how she would stand up under pressure, and if so, why they would do such a thing. Okay. Now, it has changed. Can you see a next page now? So I want you to read this again, okay, to get the clear understanding of it. Okay, I have read it, but I want you to read it as well. Okay, so let me go to the appropriate slide. Now, so you can read the first slide. Go ahead and read it, please, on your own. Yeah, please read it. Seher, Sanobar, Mohammed, Kelvin, Rajiv, Raisa, Fahad, Tamil Rashi, Khadija, Darshana, Sujit, Fakhruddin, Rafiq, Fatima, Sarfaraz, Lakshmi, Rishi, and Mohammed. Mahfood, please read this slide. And after this, we are going to learn about memos. Someone requested me to teach them about memos. That was actually, that request was being laid down by some anonymous person. So I don't know the name of the person, but someone wants to do it. Okay, fine. Okay, done. Shall I change the slide? Okay, should I change the slide? Yeah, okay, fine. I'm going to do the same. I'll be doing the same. Okay, so I've changed it. I hope you are able to see the next slide. Everyone out there. Okay. And once you are done with this slide, just let me know. Hi Siddharthu, good to see you after a long time. We are doing a case study today. Yeah, good evening. Is everyone done with this slide? Should I change the slide? Or should I continue? Or should I keep this as a slide? Okay, so if everyone is done with the slide, I'm going to change it now. Now you can Okay, yeah, okay, fine, fine. I kept myself on mute so that you people don't get disturbed and you can focus on this thing. Okay? Now, okay. So you have to answer this first question, that is, let me read it for you. How would you explain the nature of panel interview Maria has to endure? Specifically, do you think it reflected a well thought out interviewing strategy on the part of the firm or carelessness on the part of firm's management? If it was carelessness, what would you do to improve the interview process at Apex Environmental? See, the question is the kind of questions that was being asked to Maria in the first round, like if you are being offered a job as a waitress, what are you going to do, or something like that. Okay, so like was it a well structured interview, or was it a carelessness, or was like it was a random question? They were not having anything to ask, so they thought of asking that. So if you say it was carelessness, how you're going to improve that? Is it clear? Kindly answer this question. What's the right answer for this question? You can answer this question. See, it's very simple, Kelvin. Like the kind of questions that was being asked to Maria in the first round, was it a well-structured one? Do they need to ask such kind of questions? Was it a structured interview? That means they were asking those questions intentionally, or those were just random questions because they don't have anything else to ask. If you say it was carelessness, they were not prepared for it, so they just asked whatever came to their mind. In that case, you have to write how will you improve that. Is it clear? Is it clear? Is it clear, Kelvin? Yes or no? Okay, okay. So 2 minutes for you. Take your time and finish this, and then we're going to proceed ahead. And I'm going to keep myself mum for the time being. Okay, okay, fine, fine. Should I change the slide? Should I move to the second question? No, the slide is being preceded by an answer for this. The next slide, I think it is going to have answers for this. Okay, so let me read the answer for you people. Maria Fernandez was a bright, popular, and well-informed mechanical engineer who graduated with an engineering degree from the State of University in June 2003. The overall experience of interview was so stressful. Interview was a disaster for her because it was an stress interview. Okay. The interviewer seeks to make applicant uncomfortable with occasionally rude questions. The question ranged from unnecessarily discourteous to irrelevant and sexist, such as, no, according to our group, it is not carelessness on the part of firm's management, because through this kind of interview or unnecessarily discourteous questions, firm can easily identify how can candidate would stand up under pressure or stressful situation. So it wasn't, a carelessness. Okay, it was a renowned firm, so it wasn't carelessness at their end. It was a stressful interview. They were creating situation to get to know stressful situation, to get to know whether she can handle stress or not, being a mechanical engineer. Fine. How she is going to react under stressful situation. Clear, everyone? All right. Now let's switch over to the second question. Would you take the job offer if you were Maria? If you are not sure, is there any additional information that would help you to make decision? And if so, what is it? So if you were Maria, would you take the job offer? And if you think that in order to accept that offer, you need certain other information, then for that you have to write that what information you need. Okay? So kindly write it down. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Fine. Okay. Okay. So just wait for a few minutes. Okay. Let others finish it. Okay. And then we're going to switch over to the next question. Okay. 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 Fine. Okay. Let me disclose the answer to you. If I was Maria, I would definitely take the job offer, because it was her dream to work with this kind of firm. This is because from the very first I was willing to take a job which can evaluate my working ability, also where I can implement my working on technical ability. She actually wanted to work. This was her dream job, right? This firm, to be employed with this firm, and also she wanted to work where she wanted to work on technical things. Okay, because she was a mechanical engineer. So if my interview was not good enough, I would definitely be disappointed. But later, when by a discussion the president knows my ability and technical skills, it would help me to get the job. And after getting the job offer, I would definitely take the job. Fine? Okay. if a scenario arises that I'm not sure whether I should take the job or not, then to make myself sure, I need some more additional information. This information could be, are there any securities of my employment? Is my job future pessimistic? Is there any lack of insurance and pension benefits? So see, before, if I'm confused whether I should take it or not because my first round of interview was not good, so I would like some more information to take appropriate decision, right? In that case, I would need these information. Once I will be clear of these concerns, I would be able to decide with ease whether I should take it up or whether I should not take it. Okay? Whether the firm is, where the firm is located and what it is supposed to be my job. Is the working environment suitable for the job? Is there any chances of to be underemployed? Are the people of the firm behaving in a courteous and friendly manner? Okay, so I would like to get to know about these stuff before taking the appropriate decision about it. Okay. Question 3. The job application engineer for which Maria was applying requires excellent technical skills with respect to mechanical engineering, a commitment to working in the area of polluting control, the ability to deal well confidently with customers who have engineering problems, a willingness to travel worldwide, and a very intelligent, well-balanced personality. List 10 questions you would ask when interviewing applicants for a job. Is it clear? See, if you are looking for a candidate who need to have these skills, okay, what kind of questions you are going to ask? 10 questions, okay, which is going to make it clear to you whether they have possess these skills or not. Clear? Yes, Rafi, do you have any queries? See, I am keeping myself mum till the time you are asking this, till the time you are answering the question so that you people don't get disturbed. Okay? I just want you to focus on the question so that you can come up with appropriately, you can come up with the appropriate thing. Okay? Yeah. You have to frame 10 questions, Darshan. See, noise is a barrier to effective communication, right? So that's why I keep myself mum. We have studied that when you are answering the question. Okay, shall we move ahead to the next slide? Okay, I'm going to change the slide now. See, why should we be hiring you? What do you expect from Apex Environmental? Which do you prefer, working alone or working with the group? Okay. Can you perform the essential functions of the job for which you have applied? Okay. Give an example of a time when you have to be relatively quick in coming to a decision. What are your career goals during the next 1 to 3 years, 5 to 10 years? What factors should you in providing innovative solutions to most challenging projects? Is it clear? Okay, like virtually all the other HR related activities at Carter Cleaning Centers, the company currently has no organized approach to interviewing job candidates. Store managers, who do almost all the hiring, have a few of their own favorite questions they ask. But in the absence of any guidance from top management, they all admit their interview performance leaves something to be desired. So there is one company with the name Charter Cleaning Company. We are done with that case study. We are dealing with another. Okay. So they don't have any specialized HR department. Okay. So store managers who do almost all the hiring have their few questions which they are going to ask the candidate. Okay. And there is no guidance from top management as well. Okay. Now, Jack Carter himself is admittedly most comfortable dealing with what he calls the nuts and bolts machinery aspect of, has never felt particularly comfortable having to interview management or other job applicants. Jennifer is sure that this lack of formal interviewing practice, procedure and training account for some of the employees' turnover and theft problems. Therefore, she wants to do something to improve her company's batting average in this important area. See, so did you understand what this company is all about? What they do? So this lady Jennifer wants to, improve their HR skills, because if you don't have a structured department, appropriate HR department, how you can expect that you are going to, and if the store manager is taking the interview, how can you expect, that you can get the appropriate candidate? How you are going to test the skills, right? So let me change the slide. Let me come to the first slide. Carter Cleaning Company. Just read the first slide, please. Once you're done with this slide, Okay, done. Now I'm going to change the slide. Let's go to the next slide. So see, this man, Jack Carter, he is very comfortable with nuts and bolts of machinery, but he is not comfortable taking interviews. Okay. Now read the next slide, please. Once you are done with this slide, let me know, please. Okay. See, this lady Jennifer, okay, she's assured that lack of formal interviewing practice procedure and training account for some of the employee turnover. So see, it is going to affect the reputation of the company, and they can never, like hire candidates who would be sound for the job because you are not able to test it. Should I change the slide now? Okay. In general, what can Jennifer do to improve her employee interviewing practices? Should she develop interview forms that list questions for management and non-management jobs? And if so, how should these look and what questions should we include? Okay, because this company has got no specialized HR department. Should she initiate a computer-based interview approach, and if so, why and especially how? Is it clear, the question? So let's read the answer for this and then you can frame your own answers. If she wants to improve the interviewing practices, then she has to follow the following steps. Structure your interview, prepare for the interview, establish report, ask questions, close the interview, and then review the interview. Fine? Should she develop interview form, list questions for management, and if so, how? Yes, interview includes this types of questions. In management jobs, it includes knowledge, skill-based interview, and experience-based questions. And in non-management jobs, it includes job work-related questions. No, in this form, no. She needs. See, this is they actually deal in with machinery. So I don't think they need to have this computer-based interviews. Clear? Okay. Yeah, Rafiq, you were asking me something? Harmony, bonding. Bonding, that means bonding. Clear? Now, let's go to the next question. This bonding, that means bonding. Okay? Should she implement a training program for her manager? And if so, specifically, what should be the content of such an interview training program? In other words, if she did decide to start training her management people to be better interviewers, what should she tell them and how she should tell them. Okay. Is it clear, this question? How she can, train the people to be good interviewers. Yeah, rapport building means bonding, kind of bonding. It means bonding. And Wednesday, Friday and Saturday, we are going to cover English, not HR. So in our next class, we are going to cover and discuss English. You want to see the answer, okay? Yes, Jennifer, implement a training program for managers. Interviewing training program includes job analysis, rate the job names, duty, create see if you know what a duty a candidate needs to perform, okay, when it comes to an appropriate position, then only you can create interview questions, right? Create benchmark answers, okay, appoint the interview panel and conduct interviews. Fine? Is it clear? Is it clear, everyone? All right. She decided and tell them this type of questions for interview, like knowledge and experience, personality factors. See, when they frame questions for an interview, they try to test these aspects. They try to test your knowledge and experience, personality factor, what kind of intellectual capacity you have, past behavior questions, background questions, job knowledge questions, etc. So whatever questions, yeah, I know. The spelling of knowledge is wrong. So what is the correct spelling of knowledge? Can you please write it down, everyone out there? Correct, correct. That's it. That's it. Is it clear? Okay. Now, let's switch back. Yesterday, someone requested me to teach them about memos. It was an anonymous request, so I don't know who asked for the same. So what are memos? Why do we need to write them? Yeah, so what are memos? What are business memos? Have you ever heard this term before? What is the full form of memo? And what is the, why we need to learn how to write a memo? What is a memo exactly? Can you please answer it in short in the chat box itself? What is a memo? Okay. Written proposal, formal notice. Okay. So when we have, what is the significance of this memo? Significance of memo. Okay, fine. Okay, so I'm going to put the thing on the board. Okay, yeah. So till the time it is uploading on the board, I'm going to read it at my end. Okay. Yeah, communication at workplace. So let's learn about memos. So different under this PPT, you are going to find following things, that is objectives, difference among memos, letters, and emails, criteria for writing a successful memo, process, criteria for effective technical writing. Now, what are the objectives of memos? Okay, why they write memos? That is the question. Written and read only within a company represents a component of your interpersonal communication skill within your work environment. Okay, so let's learn about like what is the difference between memos, letters, and emails. So format, in memos you're going to find date, to, from, and subject. Okay, I'll show you a sample memo also. Okay, and in letters you're going to find letterhead, address, date, reader's address, salutation, and in email you're going to find subject, from, sent, to. Clear? It is there on the board. Can you see it now? Now, audience. Memos are being written to business colleagues. Letters are being written to vendors and clients, and email can have multiple readers. Okay. And topic. In memos, topic are from high tech to low tech. Okay. And letters low tech to lay. And email can have diverse topics. Okay. And tone of memo is informal. Letter is more formal, and email is usually informal. Fine? Fine? Now, enclosures, hard copy attachments, additional information, computer files, web links. The structure is like this. Okay, delivery time within 3 days. 3 days or more within minutes. And security, company work ethics, US postal reliable may be tempered with. Is it? I'll show you a sample memo. Okay. Criteria for successful memos. Subject line. The beginning of the memo, typed in all capital, gives the topic of what plus a focus. What about the what? More than one word. See. In a memo, topic stays the same, the focus changes and clarifies the actual subject matter of the memo. Focus is termination of comptroller. Okay, as you can see it here. Criteria for successful memos. Introduction. 1 or 2 clear introductory sentences which tells your readers what do you want and why are you writing. Okay. In the third of our series of quality control meetings this quarter, I would like to get together again to determine if improvements have been made. So this is a sample of it. Okay. Discussion, respond to the reporter's questions. Okay, so I'm going to show you, sample memo. Okay, just wait for a while. This is a sample memo. I'm going to share the link. So it should be something of this kind. Yeah, this is the one. Just open this. So in this one, you can see to, from, date, and obviously read. That is the subject, right? A memo. So that's it for today. And tomorrow, Friday and Saturday, we are going to cover business English. Yeah, correct. But someone asked for it, so I thought of sharing it with you. That's it. Okay. So in the next class, we are going to learn about what? We are going to learn about business English. Okay. We are going to cover business English. Any questions for me? Yeah, we're going to cover this. Any questions for me? And don't forget to fill the feedback form. All right. And just put what you feel about the class. And if you want me to cover something specific in class, you can, write it down in the feedback form. Okay. I hope today's class was not boring at all. I hope it was interesting. Yeah, good night. Thank you so much.